So hello everyone, welcome back to Techmine Guru. My name is Supratim and today we are continuing our DSA, the complete journey. Last time हमने time complexity समझा था, but today we are going to learn how to actually use it to win. Today's topic is constraints and space complexity, the secret map to victory. आज का सेशन गेस वर्क से स्ट्रेटेजी की तरफ जाने का है. So today our agenda will be, first we will understand the power of constraints, basically decoding the hidden rules of the problem. Then I will give you the champion's playbook, a step-by-step process for solving every problem. And finally, we will explore the other side of speed, which is memory, again, space complexity. Let's start with the most important part of any problem. आप जानते हैं कोड लिखने से पहले आपको कहाँ देखना चाहिए? Before you write a single line of code, you have to look here. Why? Because constraints tell you which solutions are even possible. वो आपको बताते हैं कि brute force चलेगा या ऑप्टिमाइजेशन जरूरी है. To decode them, you only need one rule. इसे हम कहते हैं the golden rule. 1 second is approximately equal to 10 to the power 8 operations. So let's understand each one of them with some examples. So what if in your problem n is given as 1 to 10 to the power 5? So will your O(n) cube solution work? No, right? Why? Because 10 to the power 5 cube will be 10 to the power 15, and our golden rule says that it should not exceed 10 to the power 8, right? Similarly, O(n) square log n, will this work? No, because O(n) square will be 10 to the power 5 square, which will be 10 to the power 10, and log of 10 to the power 5 will be somewhere equal to 20. So it will be 20 into 10 to the power 5. So this will also not work. O(n) square, definitely not. Since n square log n is not working, O(n) square will also not work. Then let's move down. N log n, will this work? Let's see. 10 to the power 5 into log of 10 to the power 5. Log of 10 to the power 5 will be equal to 20, and 20 into 10 to the power 5 will be equal to 2 into 10 to the power 6. Yes, this will work. Now take the example of when n can be equal to 10 to the power 6. So definitely our O(n) cube will not work because it will give you 10 to the power 18, right? N square log n will also not work because 10 to the power 6 square will be 10 to the power 12, and any log of 10 to the power 6 will again come approximately around 20. So it will be like 10 to the power 12 or 13. O(n) square, again it will not work. O(n) log n, maybe it can work because n is 10 to the power 6. Log of 10 to the power 6 is 20. So 2 into 10 to the power 7, it can work. O(n) will definitely work because it is under 10 to the power 6. So if you increased the n's higher limit from 10 to the power 5 to 10 to the power 6, you see that the solution which was definitely working for n equal to 10 to the power 5, which was n log n solution, can or cannot solve it here. So if this power keeps increasing, we have to optimize it to further. Let's take one more example where n is from 1 to 100. In this, O(n) cube will also pass, right? Because 100 cube will be 10 to the power 6, which is lesser than 10 to the power 8. So what if now if we bring n from 1 to only 20? So this kind of constraints are generally given in backtracking and DP kind of problems. So we will see them in later classes. So let's see. In this, O of 2 to the power n will also work. Why? Because 2 to the power 20, which is roughly approximately around 10 to the power 6. So let's understand why 2 to the power 20 is approximately 10 to the power 6. So what is 2 to the power 10? It's 1024, right? 1024 is just greater than 1000, which is 10 cube. So we can write 2 to the power 10 as 10 cube. In the similar fashion, 2 to the power 20 as 10 cube ka whole square, which is equal to 10 to the power 6. Now that you know the rule, let's look at the strategy. This is the 8-step path to flawless solution. Most students directly code करने लग जाते हैं और वही गलती होती है. So first, you have to read the question and constants carefully. Then you have to formulate a logic, then you have to verify the logic using some dry run, then you have to develop a pseudocode for the logic you have thought, then you have to check and determine the time complexity that your pseudocode will be able to pass or not. If the final code is feasible and not giving TLE, you can start coding it. You can directly come from 6 to 8 steps. If it is not, you have to start rethinking if TLE is coming. TLE can come at a higher limit of the constraint, and finally you can code again the final solution. So basically, this is a kind of a professional approach which can make your interview go good. So basically, this app, if you follow this approach, uh, you will definitely crack any interview and your TLE won't come. अब बात करते हैं हम स्पीड के दूसरे पहलू की, द अदर हाफ ऑफ एफिशिएंसी. सो टाइम इज नॉट ओनली रिसोर्स योर कोड कंज्यूम्स. जब आप कोड करते हैं तो कंप्यूटर की मेमोरी भी यूज होती है. Every variable, every array, every object you create takes up memory. This is called space complexity. Basically, हम ये measure करते हैं how much memory does your algorithm consume. So let's understand. Here is a function void calculate. It is having int x equal to 10 and long y equal to 20. So x generally takes 4 bytes depending on the compiler and the language you are using. So let's assume int takes around 4 bytes, long takes around 8 bytes. So int x equal to 10 will take 4 bytes of memory, long y equal to 20 will be taking 8 bytes of memory. So in this, memory usage does not depend on the input size n, right? Let's take one more example of O of n. Let's take a function store which is taking n as an input, and array is growing with the input size. So in this, memory usage is scaling directly with the input size n. So int will take 4, and whatever is the input size given will be getting multiplied into the array, because in the array every element will be like int. So suppose there are 3 elements, it will take 4 into 3. So suppose there are 12 elements, it will take 4 into 12, which is 48 bytes. So let's see what is the space complexity here. So int x, it will take O1 space, long y, it will take 8 bytes, int x will take 4 bytes, int array of n, since it is directly depending on the input, it will take 4 into n, and this is a 2D matrix, so it will take n square, basically 8n square, since this matrix is of data type long. So what will be the total time complexity? 8n square plus 4 plus 8 plus 4n. So what is the dominant term? As n gets very large, the concept is similar to time complexity. So we just have to ignore the lower order terms and constant coefficient. So the space complexity will be O of n square in this case. Let's take one more example. So function max array is taking array as an input and int n, where n is like a length of the array. So we are trying to find what is the maximum element in this array. So for this, let's assume that our first element is the maximum element, so that we can run the loop from 1 to n minus 1, and we can compare it with the first element. And every time we get the ith element which is greater than the first element, we will keep updating the am variable. So this will finally give me the maximum in an array. So what do you think? What is the space complexity here? So in this array size is not growing with the input size, right? And we have one variable to compare the remaining array element. So here the space complexity will be O of 1 and not O of n. Why? Because we are not taking array or anything like that to calculate our maximum element. So this space complexity is also known as auxiliary space complexity, which means it's like taking an extra space. So the extra space is only int of am. So the answer is O of 1. So congratulations guys, you have leveled up. आज आपने एक नया इंट्यूशन बिल्ड किया है. अब आप जानते हैं कि constraint are your map to the solution. Also, you can predict TLEs before you write a single line of code. You have a professional framework that 8 steps for solving any problem, and you understand the twin forces of time and space. यही फर्क है एक बिगिनर और एक प्रो में. You no longer just write code, you architect solutions. Now that we have the map, it's time to explore the first territory, arrays. In the next video, we will be mastering the fundamentals of array and solving classic problems like reversing an array and rotating an array. So this is Supratim from Techmine Guru. See you in the next class. Till then, keep coding, keep learning, keep optimizing.